Welcome back to Midnight Kitchen. Today we're bringing you to one of the most upscale Chinese restaurants in Bellevue, Sino Kitchen and Bar, located right by Bellevue Square. This is a place known for luxurious dishes, beautiful plating, and yes, a very famous Peking duck that will set you back approximately $88. We came here during Seattle Restaurant Week, which gave us a great opportunity to try this high-end spot at a more approachable price point. And since it was a special occasion, we brought along my mom as a special guest. Sino's Kitchen and Bar offers a very elegant and diverse menu that celebrates the depth of Chinese cuisine, while embracing modern fusion elements and also very luxury ingredients. Think wok fried lobster tail with black truffle, Alaska king crab prepared with Asian way with vermicelli, masago, scallion, and ginger, or Shanghainese smoked mackerel served with finesse. Signature dishes also include kumquat glazed ribs, Nanjing-style salty duck, array of premium beef offerings made with wagyu featured in their stir-fry and noodle dishes. Whether it's wok-fried seafood noodles or rich beef udon, the menu reflects a sophisticated approach to very traditional flavors, very bold, creative, and definitely very beautifully plated. Seattle Restaurant Week menu is a $50 set designed for up to 2 people, offering a refined yet approachable taste of their high-end offerings. We can choose one appetizer from options like Sichuan-style chicken salad, vegetarian spring rolls, pickled garlic cucumber salad, or passionfruit prawns. For the entree, selections include Baron's pork belly, or mapo tofu, wagyu beef with broccoli, or their signature Peking duck for an additional $48. For the starch, you can pick from wok fried beef whole fun, vegetarian fried rice, vegetarian fried noodles, or upgrade to their premium seafood rice for $15. The meal ends with a refreshing coconut pudding for dessert. Our appetizer was the passionfruit prawns. At first glance, it reminded us of the classic walnut shrimp. Creamy mayo, sweet condensed milk, and crispy prawns. The sauce had a nice tropical twist thanks to the passion fruit. At least that's what the menu promised. But honestly, the use of a bit of that canned fruit or cocktail fruit dragged the dish down a notch. It lost some of that brightness and freshness you expect. If they had used fresh mango or actual passion fruit pulp, this could have been a winner. Next up, Baron's Seafood Fried Rice, which comes with a $15 surcharge. But this one was absolutely packed with premium ingredients. Plump scallops, prawns, and that unmistakable Cantonese style wok hei. You can see the separation in the grains. No clumps here. It's fluffy, very savory, and balanced. They even use what we think is egg floss for a little extra richness and texture. Honestly, this felt worth the upgrade. We also ordered one dish off menu, the sweet and sour pork made with Kurabuta pork. This wasn't part of the restaurant week menu, but we had to try it. The meat was beautifully fried with a tender interior and that thin, crispy layer. You could taste the quality of that pork. It's juicy, fatty, flavorful. The sauce, it's classic sweet and sour, well done. My only wish, fresh pineapple instead of canned. A good sweet and sour pork strikes a perfect balance between flavor, texture, and freshness. The pork should be tender on the inside, coated in a thin, crispy batter that holds up the sauce. The sauce itself should have a harmonious mix of tangy vinegar, sweetness usually from sugar or fruit, and just enough saltiness to round it out. Fresh bell peppers, onions, and pineapple, preferably fresh and not canned, add brightness and contrast. The key is balanced. Not too sweet, not too sour, with a crisp exterior and juicy pork inside that hasn't been over-fried or overwhelmed by sauce. Then came the star of the show, the Baron's Peking duck, with an $80 surcharge on top of the restaurant week pricing. This dish is what Baron is known for, probably the most famous Peking duck in Seattle. The skin was shatteringly crispy with just the right amount of fat separation, exactly what you want. It came with all the classic condiments, plus a few thoughtful touches, like the melon, which added a refreshing note. Presentation was gorgeous, but note they don't give you a ton of pancakes. If you're coming in with a big group, you'll probably need to order extras, which, yes, also comes with a surcharge. In Asia, especially in Beijing, where Peking duck originated, the dish is often served in multiple courses to highlight each component. The prized crispy skin is traditionally carved off first and served on its own, sometimes with a bit of sugar or garlic paste, allowing diners to fully appreciate its delicate, shatter-like texture. The meat, which is tender and flavorful, is usually served for a second preparation, commonly stir-fried with vegetables or served in lettuce cups, creating a completely different dish. In addition, the experience often includes a third course that makes use of the carcass and remaining bones. Rather than wasting any part of the duck, chefs will turn the bones into a flavorful soup, simmered with vegetables, tofu, or winter melon to create a very light, savory broth. Alternatively, some places will deep fry the remaining bones into crispy duck bone snack, rich in flavor and texture. The third course showcases the whole nose-to-tail philosophy in Chinese cuisine, turning every part of the duck into something delicious while adding depth and variety to the overall meal. In the US, however, restaurants often serve the skin and meat together in the pancake, likely for convenience and to meet expectations of diners unfamiliar with the multi-course approach. While still delicious, this method blends the textures that are traditionally enjoyed separately. The true luxury of Peking duck is in experiencing that crisp skin on its own, wrapped with just a touch of hoisin, scallion, and soft pancake, highlighting the craftsmanship behind each bite. At Baron's, their Peking duck offers a nice balance by introducing both pure crispy skin slices and pieces with meat still attached, allowing diners to customize each bite to their liking. For some guests, the indulgence is all about the shatteringly crisp skin wrapped in simply a bit of hoisin, scallion, and pancake. Others might prefer heartier bites with tender duck meat and skin together, creating a more filling and savory experience. This thoughtful presentation caters to both styles of enjoyment, whether you lean traditional or prefer a more substantial duck wrap. The staff at Barron's is warm and attentive, creating a welcoming atmosphere from the moment you walk in. The space itself strikes a perfect balance between comfort and elegance, with stylish decor, soft lighting, and a warm, refined ambiance. It's the kind of place where you feel just as comfortable taking your family for a special dinner as you would entertaining guests or colleagues. For those who's never experienced Chinese cuisine before, Barron's serves as an ideal introduction, offering elevated dishes with familiar presentation, thoughtful service, and a menu that bridges tradition with modern sensibility. The coconut pudding at Barron's is a beautifully layered dessert that highlights texture and subtle flavor. It features two distinct layers. The bottom is clear and gelatinous, with a light, bouncy texture reminiscent of Jell-O, while the top is richer and creamier, more like a traditional pudding with a noticeably coconut fat content that adds smoothness and depth. When eaten together, you get a delightful contrast of textures in each bite. The flavor is unmistakably coconut forward, yet not overly sweet, aligning with how Chinese desserts are traditionally enjoyed. More about natural flavor and elegant restraint than sugary intensity. So here's the breakdown. With the $48 duck surcharge and the $15 seafood rice surcharge, our Seattle Restaurant Week meal came to under $115, depending on what you order. Is the $88 Peking duck worth it? Well, it depends on what you value. The technique was definitely there. It was crispy, juicy, and well balanced. But for those of us who's had Peking duck in Beijing, Vancouver, Richmond, Hong Kong, etc., we know it can go even further. Would you spend $88 on a Peking duck? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more Asian food reviews around Seattle and beyond.